This cabinet wasn't in a good state, and I have repainted it already once. I have used vinegar to distress it. If you want to watch the video, click on the link at the end and in the description below. Now, the color is not suitable for where I want to put the cabinet, and I decided to repaint it. I have sanded it slightly to get rid of the top cover and then painted it in grey to have the base cover for my project. My next color is the Honfleur chalk paint, and I have mixed it with the sawdust. I am creating a lot of texture on this one. In the end, you will see how it worked out. Next, I have melted slightly a candle with the hairdryer to make it soft and applying the wax to the edges of the cabinet. You can use the wax of any cheap candle here. The next cover of the paint will not stick to the wax as well as it normally does, and when I will be distressing the corners, the paint will peel off easily. Next, I am applying a primer red chalk paint thinly, leaving the brown color visible. Here it is dry. Next, I am applying the melted candle wax to the corners again and covering the whole piece with the olive chalk paint. This time, I haven't added the sawdust to the paint, but I'm applying the paint first, then dipping the brush into the dry sawdust and dabbing it into the fresh paint. I am doing this because I want the surface to be uneven, some parts having more texture than the others. Also, when I will be distressing the surface of the cabinet, some of the sawdust will be peeling off to expose the layers underneath it. I am using the same brush for the paint and the sawdust. That is why I am having the paint in a small container. I have distressed the whole piece using a sandpaper and a wet rag, and now, when it is dry, I am applying the brown wax. I want the piece to be dark, so I haven't used a clear wax, as I would normally do if I wanted the brown wax only inside the crevices. But still, I always take the excesses off with a lint-free rag. Here, I am adding some black wax into the corners and the crevices. I wanted to show you here that for a good result you need to be patient and pay attention to the details. It is not a difficult task, but takes a lot of time. I am also applying the black wax to the edges, because later, when I will cover them with the antique gilding wax, all my early applied colors and the black wax will be visible through the gilding wax, making the cabinet look authentically old. And now it is time for some antique gilding wax. As you can see, I am applying it and then taking the excesses off, exposing the black wax and some colors underneath. I have painted and waxed the tops the same way as the sides. And then I decided to add strips. As you can see, it is an easy process. Here, I am using custom-made wax. I have mixed the brown wax with the gold gilding wax. And I got it dark as the brown wax, but with some shine to it. I have painted with this custom-made wax the insides of the cabinet and decided to add a detail to the inside of the door. I have used the painetd mould and an epoxy resin to make it. It looks nothing special, but you will see what I will make of it. I have painted it in primer red and then with the olive chalk paint and let it dry. Here, I'm applying a brown wax to seal the paint and bring all the colors together. and also a couple of strips with my custom-made wax. To make the mold to stand out, I slightly dry brushing it with the black wax. And also making a black shading around the mold. And it is time for the antique gilding wax. Here you can see on one side I have done it already. And it is done. Let me know if you would do it differently. Please subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It will help my channel grow and become available to others. I'll see you again with my next fun project.